In 1997, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration recorded a sound in the deep Pacific Ocean that was louder than anything they had ever detected. It came from a single point near Antarctica. It was not a whale. It was not an earthquake. And after 29 years, scientists still cannot agree on what made it. In the summer of 1997, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration was monitoring the deep Pacific Ocean with a network of underwater microphones called hydrophones. These hydrophones had originally been installed by the U.S. Navy during the Cold War to track Soviet submarines. After the Cold War ended, NOAA repurposed them for oceanographic research. On May 19, 1997, the hydrophones detected a sound. It was extremely powerful, loud enough to be picked up by sensors more than 3,000 miles apart. It rose rapidly in frequency over approximately 1 minute and then stopped. It came from a location in the South Pacific roughly 1,500 miles west of the southern tip of South America. The researchers named it the bloop. The bloop was, at the time, the loudest underwater sound ever recorded by NOAA's hydrophone array. Its acoustic profile did not match any known geological, man-made, or meteorological source. And most intriguingly, its frequency pattern resembled the sounds made by living creatures, specifically, marine animals. This last detail captured the public imagination immediately. If the bloop was biological, what animal could produce a sound that loud? The blue whale is the largest animal that has ever lived, and it produces the loudest documented biological sound, but the bloop was several times louder than the loudest blue whale call. Whatever made the bloop, if it was alive, was far larger than any known animal. The idea of an undiscovered sea creature larger than a blue whale living in the deep Pacific was irresistible. Science fiction writers, conspiracy theorists, and cryptozoology enthusiasts latched onto the bloop immediately. Some connected it to H.P. Lovecraft's Cthulhu, noting that the coordinates of the bloop were relatively close to the fictional location of Raya, the sunken city where Cthulhu sleeps. This was a coincidence, but it was a compelling one. NOAA's official position evolved over time. Initially, researchers stated that the bloop's characteristics were consistent with a biological source but that no known animal could produce it. This was an honest assessment but an incomplete one. They had eliminated known sources but had not identified the actual source. In 2005, NOAA researchers began studying a phenomenon called icequake, the sound produced when large icebergs crack and break apart. When an iceberg the size of a city block fractures, it produces a massive underwater sound that can travel thousands of miles through the ocean. The acoustic signature of an icequake can, under certain conditions, resemble biological vocalizations. In 2012, NOAA revised its assessment. The agency stated that the most likely explanation for the bloop was a large icequake originating from Antarctica. The location of the sound was consistent with known iceberg calving zones. The frequency profile, they argued, was within the range of ice-related acoustic events when accounting for propagation effects over long distances. Many scientists accepted this explanation. But not all. Several oceanographers pointed out that the bloop's frequency rose over the course of a minute, a pattern more consistent with biological vocalization than with the sudden fracture of ice. Icequakes typically produce a sharp crack followed by a rumble. The bloop was a smooth, rising tone. The distinction is significant. The debate has never been fully resolved. The icequake hypothesis is the most widely accepted explanation, but it has not been conclusively proven. No specific icequake event has been matched to the bloop. And the sound has never been detected again. NOAA's hydrophone array has recorded other unexplained sounds over the years. The slowdown, a sound that descended in frequency over 7 minutes, was detected in 1997. The Julia, a sound resembling a person moaning, was recorded in 1999. The upsweep, a seasonal sound of unknown origin, has been detected continuously since 1991. Each has been tentatively attributed to ice or geological activity, but none has been definitively explained. The ocean is the largest and least explored environment on Earth. Over 80% of the ocean floor has never been mapped. The deep ocean below 6,000 meters, the Hadal Zone, contains ecosystems that we have barely begun to study. New species are discovered on nearly every deep-sea expedition. The bloop came from the deep Pacific, from a region of ocean so remote that the nearest inhabited land is more than 1,000 miles away. It was loud enough to be heard across an ocean basin. It sounded, by every acoustic measure, like something alive. And then it stopped. And whatever made it has been silent for 29 years. If you found this fascinating, subscribe for more stories like this. We post new videos every week.